Don't you lose sight of what you want.
Greetings fellow captains and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships with the Hive Hand. And today we've got another community replay with Mushkin_88 on the PlayStation 4. Now you've probably seen us do this on if you've been tuning into any of the live streams. But yeah, quite often, unfortunately you can only have a division of 3, so you always try hitting the X at the same time and getting in. Well, Mushkin has done exactly that, but his 3 friends in the Brigantines happen to be on the enemy side. So, yeah, that's going to make the game a little bit more interesting. Usually when we do this, you always tend to be the focus of your friends over anyone else. So we're going to see exactly how this works out for Mushkin. I wish we actually had the audio from the party chat, because I think it could have been some quite interesting to listen to that back as the game progresses. Unsurprisingly, it wouldn't be a replay otherwise. This is definitely going to go in in Mushkin's favour. So as you can see, quite aggressive from the start, making pretty much a beeline straight for the enemies as we're trying to decide on our initial target, and getting some high explosive shells off at that French cruiser. Getting a little bit of a ram from the battleship behind us. I'm not entirely sure what battleship that is. And he switches to AP as the French cruiser decides to give him all broadside. And, well, you would have thought he would have learnt his lessons from that first citadel, but he remains sailing completely broadside. A second good salvo and a second citadel coming from Mushkin here. And his third salvo, although not a citadel, he's still done a nice bit of damage and picks up his first kill within seconds of the battle starting. Now the enemy Omaha is being a tad brave here, pushing straight down. So Mushkin fires his torpedoes, but I've got a funny feeling we're not going to need them, as kill number 2 with another 2 citadels picking up very quickly, deleting that enemy Omaha. Any of you would have seen, I love the Omaha, not specifically the Omaha, the Marblehead. That's my most played ship. So seeing one deleted like that is kind of sad from my perspective. So he takes aim at the Kuma, another citadel hit. I see why a lot of people recommend this for citadel hits, and again, I tend to use the Omaha and the Marblehead for my citadel hit challenges. But this Konigsburg, as you can see, seems to citadel front, back, sides, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, it just citadels absolutely everything. Those weird rear-mounted turrets which allow them to rotate a full 360, you can see them at work here. As he looks to see if he's got the torpedo shot. Unfortunately, he has not. Still not too sure where his friends are. I'm assuming they're the other side of the map, because, well, we're still alive. And second set of torpedoes out. And notice how he changes the spread, the angle of the spread. The first spread he aims at the target reticle. The second spread he aims closer to the ship, sort of if he makes any evasive manoeuvres. That should still give us the angle. And Mushkin's spent a lot of time broadside to this battleship, and I think is quite possibly a bit lucky that he didn't get hit by him. And that is kill number 3. As we search for our next victim, firing quite comfortably from the safety of the island at the moment. As you can see, the team has fallen on the opposite flank, but obviously over the side, we've only lost one ship to their 5, so we are in a very strong position. And Mushkin's taking a very risky, very focused assault on this other battleship. He has now begun to turn in because, yeah, he has become the focus. And that's exactly what you should do. You know, ideally, yes, you want to have your broadside to the enemy so you can get all your guns firing, but it's not worth it at the expense for your life. Even though we are obviously ahead in points. So he continues raining down fire. He's trying to get more fire set on that battleship before his line of sight is cut by the island. So he turns to cut back in. Very aggressive still. I think he is making himself. He's the nearest ship. He's shooting at him. He is going to be the focus of that. Should be the focus of that battleship's guns. As you see the battleship returning fire, but he does make the right play. Yes, he does crash into the island, but he needs to get some attention off himself. And this is when the first of his fellow chat party companions turns up in the brigantine, and so you see a nice couple of hits there with the first salvo. Looking for those torpedoes, always looking for those torpedoes. If you've got torpedoes, you should definitely be using them. And he receives a big hit from the enemy brigantine, which I bet that went down quite well in party chat. Probably screaming at him, do you know how many kills I'm on? I'm gonna get a crack in. That's what I imagine. Focus something else. Although it looked like I missed that. It looked like the torpedo indicator said we didn't have the range, but he's fired the torpedoes off in the general direction, hoping that the brigantine doesn't change course and eats them all. Let's see if there's any. See how good. Time to find out how good of friends they are. And there it is, folks. Kill number 5 and Kraken unleashed for Mushkin_88. I will link his channel below. He's not got many videos up, but I have high hopes for Mushkin and future videos, judging by his gameplay right here. So we're up to 97,000. So we've got Kraken unleashed. Is that high caliber already? So we're having a good game, but there's still 2 enemies left. Two of his friends are still holding on in the brigantines. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. If anyone knows the correct pronunciation, do me a video and tell me how to say these French ships, because I've not got a clue. I do try, but so he's lining up shots here, and unfortunately most of them went into the mountain. He gets his torps away. Instantly the classic. Oh, there's someone I know. He has to die. He set the brigantine on fire, who instantly put the fire out, only to get finished off very quickly by the torpedoes. And we're up to 110,000 and salvo out against brigantine number 2. We didn't see the third one, unfortunately. The third one seemed to have died before getting into it. So he's capping the base. Some friend-on-friend fire going on. He's very safe to set broadside and fire from behind the island. And unsurprisingly, although being in range, well, no, he's not detected. That's why he's not the focus of his fire. I would have thought he would have been shot at before his other platoon party mate went down. And unfortunately, it looks like this breaking team is going to actually survive the battle. Let's get up to another 108,000. We've got a salvo out. We're going to fire off another salvo. Set 2 fires as we capture the base. So that was Mushkin 88 in the Tier 4 Konigsburg. And we also completed the Admiralty at the same time. So Confederate, high caliber, cracking, and completion of the Admiralty campaign. You must be pretty happy with that. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and please drop if you enjoyed the content, drop a like, share it about. Let's see if we can get this out to a few more people. And as always, thank you very much for sticking with us and coming back. And until next time, take care.